everybody, welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. My channel is mostly about cozy mystery and romance books, and today I'm starting a brand new spotlight for my Spotlighting Cozy series. We're going to be talking about animal cozies, so I'm so excited to be starting this one. I don't read a whole lot of animal cozies, but well, let me back up a little bit. I read a lot of cozy mystery series that have animals within them, but these are just going to be series that like focus on animals in some sort of way. So there's a lot of series, like I said, that have a cat, have, a dog, and even though they might be part of the series and talked about, they're not necessarily a focal point of the series. So that's what we're going to talk about, is animals that are focal points of the series. So let me know which of these you read, which of these that you're excited about. If I miss a series that you know about, please let me know in the comments below. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. Today, we're going to be looking at the animal cozies whose author's last names start with A and B. All right, let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, go. The first series I want to talk about is called the Alice Nestleton series. It's by LYDIA ADAMSON. The first book is called A Cat in the Manger. It's going to be right here. It says the main character is Alice Nestleton. She is a cat sitter and actress in New York. So book 1 says, off Broadway, actress turned sleuth Alice is just crazy about cats, particularly her Maine Coon cat, Bushy, and zany alley cat, Poncho. Oh my God, I love the names. Now, she's hoping for a merry little Christmas, peacefully cat-sitting at a sprawling Long Island estate, where she expects to be greeted by 8 howling Himalayans. Instead, she finds herself face to bloody face with a grisly corpse. Alice has unwittingly stepped into a deadly conspiracy of high-stakes horse racing, sinister seduction, and missing cash. She knows she better count on her cat's clever instincts and 9 lives, since her own curiosity has landed just a whisker away from death. Woo! 21 books in that series. Oh my gosh, I don't know. The first one sounds super intriguing. I'm going to have to put this one on my TBR. So the next series is also by LYDIA ADAMSON. It says it's the Deidre Quinn Nightingale series. The first book is called Dr. Nightingale Comes Home. It's going to be right here. It says the main character is Deidre Quinn Nightingale and that she's a veterinarian in New York. So this one says, while investigating the strange malady afflicting French alpine goats, New York State veterinarian Dr. Quinn Nightingale encounters the mystery of the 2-legged variety and the murder of an old friend. Whew. It says there are 12 books in that series. It sounds like a lot of fun. I just think of a series around a veterinarian just sounds like something that I would enjoy, but I haven't looked into it. So the next series is one that I'm super excited about because I've heard a lot about it. It's been on my TBR for a long time. It sounds so cute. It is the Pampered Pets series. The first book is called Desperate House Dogs. It's right here. So it says the main character is Mel Langston. She is the owner of Bow Wow Boutique. Oh my God, I love these names. And Caro Lamont, who is a pet therapist in Laguna Beach, California. This just sounds so cute. When Caro Lamont, former psychologist turned pet therapist, makes a house call to help Kevin Blackstone with his 2 misbehaving German shepherds, she expects to find frantic dogs. She expects to find a frantic dog owner, and she even expects to find frantic neighbors. What she doesn't expect is that 2 hours later, the police will find Kevin dead, his dogs impounded, and that as the last person to see Kevin alive, well, except for the killer, she is suddenly a person of interest. Oh my goodness. I am so looking forward to getting to that series. It says there are 10 books, so I need to get started on it. It sounds fabulous. So the next series in our Animal Cozies is the Raining Cats and Dogs series. It's by Cynthia Baxter. The first book is called Dead Canaries Don't Sing. It's right here. It says the main character is Jessica Popper. She is a former veterinarian and current sleuth. As a veterinarian, she's more experienced with paw prints than fingerprints. But thanks to her dogged persistence and her knack for landing on her feet, Jessie's Got murder on a very short leash. The sun is barely up and the day is already going to the dogs. Literally. As Dr. Jessica Popper embarks on a house call to a local horse farm, her one-eyed Dalmatian Lou and her tailless Westie Max stumble upon something unexpected, a corpse, half buried in the woods. As Max happily digs up the dead canary planted near the body, Jessica realizes that his corpse was clearly about to sing. But what about, or whom? Enlisting the aid of her on and off again lover, P.I. Nick Burby, Jess applies the stubbornness of a bloodhound and the agile moves of a cat to identify a list of suspects, including one who wants her off the case badly enough to kill again. 9 books in that series. Oh my gosh, that sounds like another one that I'll love. So the next series is the Lucky Paws Pet Sitting Mystery Series. It's by Bethany Blake. Book 1 is called Death by Chocolate Lab. It's right here. It says the main character is Daphne. She is a pet sitter in the lakeside village of Sylvan Creek. It says pet sitter Daphne Templeton has a soft spot for every stray and misfit who wanders into the quaint lakeside village of Sylvan Creek. But even Daphne doesn't like arrogant, womanizing Steve Bemis, the controversial owner of Blue Ribbon Canine Academy. When Steve turns up dead during a dog agility trial, Daphne can think of a long list of people with motives of homicide, and so can the police. Unfortunately, at the top of the list is Daphne's sister Piper, Steve's latest wronged girlfriend. Certain that Piper is innocent, in spite of mounting evidence to the contrary, Daphne sets out to clear her sister's name and find Axis, Steve's prize-winning chocolate Labrador who went missing the night of Steve's death. Oh, this one sounds fabulous too. There are 6 books in that series. It sounds so cute. I am loving these animal cozies. The next series is the Black Cat Bookshop series. It's by Allie Brandon. The first book is called Double Booked for Death. It's right here. It says the main character is Darla, and Hamlet, her cat, she owns a bookshop in New York. It says, as the new owner of Pettistone's fine books, Darla Pettistone is determined to prove herself a worthy successor of her late great-aunt Dee. And equally determined to outwit Hamlet, the smarter-than-thou cat she's inherited along with the shop. Darla's first store event is a real coup. The hottest best-selling author of the moment is holding a signing there, which brings hordes of fans and some protesters. But when the author meets an untimely end during the event, it's hardly good for business, even though it's ruled an accident until Hamlet digs up a clue that seems to indicate otherwise. Now Darla fears a killer might be lurking about. 6 books in that series. Oh my gosh, that TBR. That just sounded like something I would love. So the next series is called the Cat Who series. It's by Lillian Jackson Braun. I have not read any of these books, but I'll tell you, I see them everywhere. For many years. There are 30 books in this series. So it's been around a long time. It's very long standing. The first book is called The Cat Who Could Read Backwards. It's right here. It says the main character is Jim. He is a journalist, and his cats, Yum Yum and Coco. It says the world of modern art is a mystery to many. But for Jim, it turns into a mystery of another sort when his assignment for the Daily Fluxion leads down the path to murder. A stabbing in an art gallery, vandalized paintings, a fatal fall from a scaffolding. This is not at all what Jim expects when he turns his reporter talent to the arts. But Jim and his newly found partner Coco, the brilliant Siamese cat, are in their element, sniffing out clues and confounding criminals intent on mayhem and murder. Oh my gosh. That sounds adorable. And like I said, that series has been around forever. I see it all the time. I know it's very, very, very well loved. So I'm going to have to look into it. All right. So the next series is the Mrs. Murphy series. It's by Rita Mae Brown. It says this series is a deep South cozy with talking pets. The first book is called Wish You Were Here. It's right here. It says curiosity just might be the death of Mrs. Murphy and her human companion, Mary Minor Harry Harrstein. Small towns are like families. Everyone lives very close together, and everyone keeps secrets. Crozet, Virginia is a typical small town until its secrets explode into murder. Crozet's 30-something postmistress, Mary Minor, Harry Harrison, has a tiger cat, Mrs. Murphy, and a Welsh corgi named Tucker, a pending divorce, and a bad habit of reading postcards not addressed to her. Oh, Harry. When Crozet citizens start turning up murdered, Harry remembers that each received a card with a tombstone on the front and the message, "Wish you were here," on the back. Intent on protecting their human friend, Mrs. Murphy and Tucker begin to scent out clues. Meanwhile, Harry is conducting her own investigation, unaware her pets are one step ahead of her. 30 books in this series. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's something I'll look into, but people are loving it if there are 30 books in the series. So the next series is also by Rita Mae Brown. It is the Sister Jane fox hunting series. The first book is called Outfoxed. It's right here. It says the main character is Sister Jane Arnold. She is a 70-year-old master of the fox hunt in Virginia. I know nothing about this series or what fox hunting is. As master of the prestigious Jefferson Hunt Club, Jane Arnold, known as Sister, is the most revered citizen in the Virginia Blue Ridge Mountain town, where a rigid code of social conduct and deep-seated tradition carry more weight than money. Nearing 70, Sister now must select a joint master to ensure a smooth transition of leadership after her death. It is an honor of the highest order and one that any serious social climber would covet like the Holy Grail. Virginian to the bone, with a solid fox hunting history, Fontaine Burris is an obvious candidate, but his penchant for philandering and squandering money has earned him a less than sparkling reputation, and not even Sister knows about his latest scandal. Then there's Crawford Howard, a Yankee in a small town where rebel bloodlines are sacred. Still, Crawford has money, lots of it, and as Sister is well aware, maintaining a first-class hunt club is far from cheap. With the competition flaring up and the Southern gentility flies out the window, Fontaine and Crawford will stop at nothing to discredit each other. Soon, the entire town is pulled into a rivalry that is spiraling dangerously out of control. Even the animals have strong opinions, and only Sister is able to maintain objectivity. When opening hunt day ends in murder, she too is stunned. Who was bold and skilled enough to commit murder on the field? It can only be someone who knew both the territory and the complex nature of the hunt inside out. Sister knows of those people who qualify, and only she, with the help of a few clever foxes and hounds, can lay the trap to catch the killer. 13 books in that series. I don't know if it's something necessarily I'll read, but it sounds intriguing. I just don't know that it's necessarily for me. So the next series is another long-running series. It is the Melanie Travis series by LAURIEN Berenson. The first book is called A Pedigree to Die For. It's right here. The main character is Melanie Travis. She is a special education teacher. It says, when her uncle, a kennel owner, dies of an apparent heart attack, Melanie Travis is talked into investigating and learns the only clue is a missing pedigreed poodle, a situation that has Melanie hounding Connecticut elites. 27 books in that series. So like I said, it's long-standing. It must be very popular. I'm going to look into it. It's just getting to it. So the next book is the Dog Club Mystery Series by V.M. Burns. The first book is called In the Doghouse. It's right here. It says the main character is Lily. She's a recently divorced CPA and a member of a dog club in Tennessee. Lily may be losing a husband, but she's gaining a toy poodle. That could be seen as a win-win, since her newly adopted pooch, Aggie, named after Agatha Christie, is cute and adorable, and Lily's dirty dog of a spouse is cheating on her with a blonde bimbo, except for one problem. Albert's just been murdered, and Lily is the number one suspect. With the cops barking up the wrong tree, it's a good thing her best friend, Scarlett Dixie Jefferson from Chattanooga, Tennessee, decided to take a break from the dog club circuit to pay a visit, along with her own prized pair of poodles. With help from Dixie, her defense attorney daughter, and a blue-eyed man in blue with a canine partner, Lily is determined to collar the real killer. 5 books in that series. Oh my gosh, it sounds like something I will love. The next one is the Robin Light series. It's by Barbara Block. The first book is called Chutes and Adders. right here. The main character is Robin Light. She's a pet store owner in Syracuse, New York. Running a small pet shop that sells a variety of small animals, widow Robin Light becomes the chief suspect in a murder case when her partner is killed by a poisonous, saw-backed viper that arrived in an unmarked package. 10 books in this series. That's the whole synopsis. Wow. I think a pet store owner book series would be fabulous. So again, even though there's not much that I know about the book or the series, I'm going to probably put it on my TBR. All right, guys, we have one more series to talk about, and I'm really excited about it. I have not read any of the books in the series, but I love the author. It is the Case Book of Dr. Mackenzie series by Claudia Bishop, who has the Hemlock Falls series that I absolutely love. So this one, it says the main character is Austin Mackenzie, who is a veterinarian and the wife of Madeline. So our main protagonist is a male, which doesn't happen very often in Cozies. So I'm excited about that because I just think we need more diversity. All right, so this one is called The Case of the Roasted Onion. This is a great title. It says, on their farm nestled in upstate Trumansburg, New York, veterinarian Austin Mackenzie and his wife Madeline keep themselves busy looking after a variety of ailing farm animals and pets in poor health. But while they may be able to mend creatures great and small, they have yet to find a cure for murder. Austin has never been a fan of high society horseplay, so when he's invited to be the veterinarian delegate to the Earl's Down 3-day event, he bluntly refuses. Madeline, however, reminds him how much they could use the money and how much she would love to take the trip with him. But trouble rears up before they even leave town when one of Austin's fellow vets is killed by a sniper and no one has a clue as to why. Now as they jump into the high-stakes world of equestrian competition, Austin and Madeline must try to rein in a killer. 3 books in that series. That one totally went on my TBR too. Oh my gosh. So many great books in our first spotlight of our animal cozies. I know I put a ton of them on my TBR because I haven't read a lot of animal cozies. So I'm really excited. Until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye everyone.